Evening, nieces, nephews, and everybody else. Yes, I'm trying to get back to making videos and tutorials. So tonight, thought I'd start with making some banana bread, but I wanted to do something different than normal. I've got a couple of recipes I use all the time anyways, but figured I would do something different. And so I went on to the internet and searched around and found Jamaican Banana Bread. So that's what we're going to be making tonight. First time I've made this, so we'll see how it works. Okay, beat together softened butter, 2 tablespoons of softened butter, and about 2 tablespoons of softened cream cheese. Now, I've never seen putting cream cheese in banana bread before, so this is going to be kind of interesting. Now, I'm doing this in a smaller bowl right now just because I want to use my hand electric mixer, and the big one, when doing just a small amount like this, tends to make too much of a mess. Okay, we're going to get this all nice and mixed in. Now to that, we're going to slowly beat in 1 cup of sugar. I'm noticing it's taking on kind of a sugar cookie kind of consistency here. Alright. Yes, my hands are clean. So why waste a little bit of butter? Now it says once this is well incorporated, which it kind of is, it says to go ahead and add in 1 egg and then beat it. Okay. It says mix together, or mix well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to eject these for a couple seconds, because now we're going to start adding things like flour and such. So we need a little bit bigger bowl. But if I did that part in this, I'd make more of a mess than our end product. Into 2 cups of flour, I'm going to be adding 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Two teaspoons of baking powder, you know, the type that's in the can. And then 1/2 of a teaspoon of baking soda, the stuff in the box. Oops. Let me grab a whisk. Okay, now, so let's go ahead and put that aside. We're going to take they want a cup of mashed bananas. This is slightly more just because 3 bananas, in my case, worked out to roughly 1 1/4 cups. But I don't think that's going to make a difference. If it does, we'll find out. Now, to this, we're going to mix in 1/2 cup of milk. We're going to mix 2 teaspoons of lime juice. Now, you might as well use real lime juice because you also need lime zest. Here we're going to have about 1/2 to 3/4 of a teaspoon of lime zest. I did say lime juice, not lemon juice, I hope. If I said lemon juice, I meant lime juice. Now to it, we're putting in 2 teaspoons. Let me double check. Oh, no, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And 2 tablespoons of either rum flavoring or dark rum. I've got rum flavoring and some spiced rum just because that's what I have in the house. Stir it together a little bit. Don't want to waste too much of the banana. And this is also why I didn't get rid of the beaters, or whatever you wish to call them. I knew I would need them again. I'm going to go ahead and vary from what they suggest. They want to do this 1/3 at a time, and for each of these. I'm just going to go ahead and mix all of my banana mixture in with the egg mixture, or the egg, sugar, and fats mixture, I should say. I shouldn't have thrown that in the sink quite yet, but we'll make do. Go ahead and get this mixed well. Put this off to the side now. And mix in a little bit of our flour mixture. Because this is a quick bread, it's more of a batter in my opinion than a dough. So in most cases a mixer should work, at least for the most of it. Okay, the rest will be done by hand, because I'm going to now be mixing in a quarter of a cup. And here, I'll do it here in a second. Let me get most of this off. And no licking the beaters. There is raw egg. Okay, a quarter of a cup of shredded coconut, and a quarter of a cup of chopped pecans. Now, toasted would be best, but I didn't have time really to toast them. And it says to fold this in, which is why I'm going to do this by hand rather than with the mixer. Now, I realize I didn't mention to preheat the oven at the beginning, which you're needing to preheat it to 375. That's fine. Yes, I've already had mine on preheating for a few minutes, but we still need to prep the pans and do a little cleanup. Now, for banana bread, I like doing this in metal rather than glass. Even though I use glass for my dough breads, like, whole wheat and such. But again, just going to grease them with butter paper. And this recipe does actually make generally enough for 2 loaves. At least it says it does. So we're going to give it a try. Oops. Hopefully I can get it kind of even. Without making a big mess. Honestly, I think it's going to be one bread pan. That does not look like 2 bread pans worth of banana bread, in my opinion. But again, like I said, I have not made this recipe before. I know quick breads can rise, especially with having both baking soda and baking powder in there. I don't think it's going to rise double the amount. It also does not have instructions on exactly how long to bake it, other than until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. So we will monitor and check on this and see how it goes. I think I'll check it in about 20 minutes. Pretty sure it won't be done, but at least I should have a good idea about how things are going. So, join me again in a few minutes. Well, for you it'll just be a quick transition. For me, it will be in about 20 minutes. But hey, if you're enjoying things so far, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe down below. So, we'll be back in a little while to check on this. Well, it's been roughly a half hour since I put it in. And let's go ahead and give it a check. I don't fall over doing this. I mean, it looks nice. Oh, actually no, it's not quite done. I thought maybe it might be. There is still a little bit of goo there in the center, so probably needs about another 10 minutes. So, put it back in here. And we're going to give it another 10 minutes. So, see you then. Well, it's been a little bit more than 10 minutes. But let's see. Definitely smells like banana bread. Up. There you have it. The loaf is now been baked. Gonna let it cool in the rack or in the pan for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna take it out of the pan and stick it on a rack. And we're going to make the topping for it at that time. So see you in a little bit. Until then, don't forget, if you haven't already, hit the like at least, please. So see you in a few when we start the topping. Okay, well, it is now cooled down enough that I'm going to be pulling it out of the pan here in a few. So we're going to make the topping. Now it says to do this in a saucepan, but I'm going to go ahead and do it in my little cast iron pan here, just because I think it'll work a little bit better. Now this topping reminds me a bit of German chocolate, or a cake in a way, because it's coconut and pecans. So while the pan warms up a little bit, because I'm going to go ahead and toast the pecans a little bit, because I didn't get a chance to do that before. And just so you know, there's a little house goblin down at the bottom at my feet. I'm trying not to step on them. Okay, so into my warming up cast iron, I'm putting in roughly 2 tablespoons of pecans that are chopped. I just kind of want them to heat up a little bit to give them a little bit of a toast. I have it on medium heat. These could be cut a little bit smaller. Just kind of keep them moving around, that way they don't burn. This isn't going to take but a few minutes. Because like walnuts, pecans have kind of an oil to them. When you draw it out a little bit, it starts to release the flavor a bit more. And this is a step I'm doing just because the pecans weren't pre-toasted. I mean, I could probably do them in my toaster oven or even in my air fryer, although the air fryer might kick them around too much. But I could probably put them in my toaster oven a little bit easier, but I didn't feel like setting up and doing that. Okay, well, it's probably enough on that. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 1 tablespoon of butter. And to that I am adding 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. To that I'm also adding in 2 teaspoons of rum flavoring and 2 teaspoons of the lime juice from earlier. Grating up and squeezing out 2 limes gave enough to do everything, plus a little left over. See how it's just turning into caramel real quick. Now we're adding in 2 tablespoons of shredded coconut. I'll stir this together for a minute. Turn it off. I'm just going to turn you a little bit right here and let you see that. And just pour it right over it. And I'm just going to use that wooden paddle here. Oh, a little bit left in there. Don't want to miss it. Don't know if I nailed it or not, but there we have it. First time I've ever made this recipe. On allrecipes.com, it's called We Be Jammin' or We Jammin' Jamaican Banana Bread. I'll call it Jamaican Banana Bread. That's not a problem. I want to give it a little bit of time to soak in before I serve it up. But there you have it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified of when I upload more. Just a second here. Daisy, have that. That's Texas food. Go. Get out of here. Anyways, bon appetit, bon soirée, and enjoy. Good night.